In a previous recording, we developed the table below for finding the balance of owing on a loan as the payments are paid. For instance, as the first $206 payment is made of a string of 5 on $1,000, the balance drops to $803.96 because the first payment includes $10 interest on the $1,000 owing at the beginning of that month and pays it down by $196, and so on. The table is actually the way that the balance is calculated for loans at the bank and so on. Monthly statements are issued or monthly calculations are done, and the balance is calculated in this manner. For the purpose of continuing on, though, we need a formula for being able to jump to the balance owing on a loan at any particular time. One of those methods of finding the balance, of finding this particular answer right here, for instance, 405.98, is called the prospective method of finding the balance of a loan. That money right there should be the value. For example, to find 405.98, which is the balance owing on the loan after 3 payments have been made, it should equal the value of the 2 remaining payments that are not made yet. It should be the present value of those, since this is the value of the 2 payments that we haven't made. That's a straightforward present value calculation. Let's check to see if it works. If we find the present value of the 2 payments that haven't been made using the present value formula, which is that, say, okay, the payment that to come has a size of 206.04. If we multiply that by 1 minus 1 plus 0.12 over 12, which was the interest rate in the previous video, and there are 2 payments following that particular balance right there. We get 0.12 over 12 was the interest rate. We get $405.98. Occasionally this method will give us a few pennies off from the actual table value. Keep in mind, when we did the table, we rounded this calculation to the nearest penny. We rounded this one, we rounded this one, we rounded this one, which is the actual way it is done. When you're using a formula and you're saying, I want to find the value of that line without having to reconstruct the whole table, we are not rounding at every calculation. And so this value here can be 406.02, for instance, or 405.96. It is a very close estimate as to what the balance would be at any particular time. So the prospective method of finding the balance owing at a particular time in the table, such as here, finds the value of the payments. It is the present value of the payments that haven't been made yet. And in this case, the 2 payments that haven't been made are 206 and 206. There's 2 of them. So we've brought those back in time to this point and said the value of those should equal the balance owing on the loan at that particular instance.